Hey everyone, welcome back to GM Details. In today's video we're going to take a look at cleaning up this 10 plate Vauxhall Corsa which belongs to my mum. Now my mum is quite particular with her cars. She likes a clean shiny red car, absolutely loves it. Normally she would come up to mine for some GM Details treatment on the car, but as you can see it's not that dirty. The wheels, as she keeps commenting on, that the wheels are insanely dirty. I think it's to do with a recent brake pad change she's had. I don't think the pads that they've used are particularly low dust. But anyway, it's just a quick maintenance wash without a pressure washer, so let's get into it. Now I've just gone straight in here with an all-purpose cleaner at 10% dilution. So I have one of these pump sprayer in a 5 litre, so I've used 500 millilitres of product and 4.5 litres of water. So I'm just giving it just a basic soak with APC before a pre-rinse. Because we don't have the pressure washer, it's simply just the free-flowing garden hose from around 30 metres away. So really the pressure from the gun is okay, but really as it's just really wasting water to try and knock off any loose dirt or grime with that. So just heading straight in for this all-purpose cleaner to be used as a pre-wash. And this particular APC is by Eurochem. I'm leaving the APC to dwell on the paintwork for a few minutes, and we'll come back to the wheels here and just see what the cleaner has managed to scrape off. And with the garden hose, the answer is not a lot. Now these wheels do really look particularly bad, and I have actually brought with me my KKD acid wheel cleaner, so I'm going to give that a shot on the wheels in a second. But first we'll rinse off the APC that's been dwelling on the car for around 5 minutes. Now granted, rinsing off APC off a panel isn't the most interesting to watch, so we'll speed up the process and move on. Now if you notice, I wore gloves there for the application of the APC and removal, and now even more particularly so wearing a face mask trying to apply some acid wheel cleaner. Now this is already diluted at 4:1, and the acid itself is so strong that it's actually destroyed the trigger itself. Now that is a Tolco acid resistant trigger, and it's gubbed. Absolutely gubbed. The key word there being resistant and not proof. Not to worry, Tolco 0, Canyon 1. Now you have to be really careful using this product. If anyone else has already used it, I should really be wearing a mask as well, because the vapours, fumes coming from it can do some really serious damage to your respiratory system if you inhale it. So I'm trying not to. It's not a windy day, so you know, I'm got the mask on, which is doing okay so far. 4:1 is roughly its weakest dilution you could use. You could use it neat, but again, using it neat, be very, very careful with the vapours that come off it, and do please wear a mask and something to protect your eyes with. Now this isn't to be confused with those reactive wheel cleaners that you see all over Instagram that light up red as soon as you spray them on, and the thioglycolic acid has this sort of chemical reaction with the iron. This is an acidic wheel cleaner. How do you know it's acidic? On the back of the label you'll see this symbol. This is the corrosive symbol, and you should protect yourself from inhaling it or splashback. So eye protection, a mask, gloves, and preferably not wearing short sleeves either. Just be mindful of the symbols. Now the barrels of these wheels are particularly bad as well, so I'm going to give it a little bit of agitation with a really old wheel brush that I have. It is really scabby and horrible, but you know, if this is an acidic wheel cleaner, I really don't want to be using my lovely EZ detailing brush just in case it does something to it, causes it to fall to bits or whatever. And if it does snap or lose any of its bristles or lose all of its bristles, it's served its time. It can go in the bin. Now, although these wheels are in really bad condition on the faces, I'll maybe get Dave from Dave Does Detailing to do a little refurbishment on them. Now you can see the acid cleaner has done remarkably well for the barrels. It's left tar deposits behind, which acid won't remove tar. You will then have to take the wheels off and decontaminate them using tar remover and possibly a clay bar treatment as well. But we don't have time for that today, so let's move on and do the other wheels. And the last task for the wheels is to give the tyres a clean with this all-purpose cleaner again, still the same dilution, 10%, and giving it a clean with this brush. Now this is a wheel face brush that I actually picked up in Lidl, but I have seen it rebranded in Halfords and other detailing stores, and even possibly Vican do one like this. It's got rubber edges on it, really good for cleaning wheel faces, in particular steel wheels, wheel trims, and also these type of single colour solidly built alloy wheels. You know, they just, yeah, you can kerb them and mark them and refurbish them, and you know, there's no limit on it. They'd be less delicate on the likes of gloss black wheels or diamond cut faced wheels. I wouldn't use it on that, but certainly with these wheels, absolutely perfect and great for these high walled tyres too. Now while I've been waffling on about brushes, you can just see there the tyre foam is now white, so hopefully then that means the tyre is clean enough, and we're going to apply a tyre dressing a little bit later on. If you want to know what it is, stay tuned. So the shampoo of choice for today's wash is Carchem's Super Suds shampoo. It's a 1900 to 1 dilution, which means there's 1 part shampoo to 1900 similar parts of water. Basically it just means that you can add 4 squirts into the bucket and that's enough to do your car. It's one of my top 5 shampoos, nothing but the best from my mum. Now it's easy to activate the suds, just put it onto the jet nozzle of the garden hose gun, scoosh away in, and there you are, plentiful suds. And the water itself in the wash bucket is just cold water straight from the tap. And the wash mitts we're going to use, this blue one is the Easy Car Care microfiber wash mitt, and the yellow one is an older Simonize noodle microfiber wash mitt, and that's going to be used for the lower parts of the car. Now I'm sure most of you will have your own type of wash media that you like to use on your car, whether it be a mitt, a pad or even a sponge. Do you know there was a magazine that done a test a couple of years ago about which is best, sponges, wash pads, wash mitts, whatever, and it came out that microfiber noodle mitts were actually the least prone to scratching your car. And to this day that argument still goes on, that people believe that their wash thing that they use is best. The quick and simple answer to that is there is no best. There is just what you find the best, as long as it's not a sponge. Anyway, back to the wash process. Now I've obviously shampooed the roof there, you saw me doing that, and now I'm just giving the roof a rinse down. The reason for that is it's a warm, cloudy day, sun's in and out between the clouds all day, so really I don't want any of the shampoo to bake into the paintwork. It's not a problem if it does, because then you can just use some water just to rehydrate it and it foams back up again and comes off. Sometimes it doesn't though, sometimes it can leave a bit of a stain or a watermark, something like that. So really what you want to do on a warm day is keep the car as wet as you possibly can as you work around the car. So going back to the shampoo, as you can see we're working through there, it's extremely sudsy as it should be, it's called Super Suds, and it's quite slick as well. My hand with the mitt isn't sticking or dragging on the paintwork, it's gliding across the panels easily enough. It's a really enjoyable shampoo to use. Carchem actually says it's got a lime scent to it. I've never really noticed this, but I mean at the end of the day we're only using about 12 millilitres of product in it, so you know the scent is possibly in the bottle, but as soon as it comes to dilute the scent just disappears. But that's no great hassle anyway. Really what you want of a shampoo is good dilution, plenty of suds, loads of slickness and great cleaning power, and 1900 to 1 or Super Suds as it is. Look at it there, it just does it all. Well, for me anyway. And then on to the lower half of the car, or lower parts, certainly the bits around the bumpers. And as you can see, the noodle mitt that I was going to use has changed colour from the yellow to the blue. This is the Rag Company noodle mitt that I got from County Detailing Supplies. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just with it being a couple of years old, it's still fluffy and soft, but it's just that I've demoted my noodle wash mitts to be doing the more dirtier areas of the car. No particular reason for that, I just fancy a change. Now here you can see that we're nearly at the end of the whole wash process there, and the shampoo is still delivering amazing amount of suds. Now I haven't been back into the bucket with the hose and regenerating more suds. It generally is one of the most sudsiest, slickest shampoos you can use. But it might be simply because of the lovely Scottish water that we're using it with here, because not everyone shares the same experience, and that's the thing about detailing. We all use different things and we all have different experiences of it. My experience is a pleasant one with this shampoo, and that's what I'm sharing with you guys. Hand on heart, it's one of my top 5 shampoos. So we're nearly finished, we just need to rinse down the sills and the bottoms of the doors, dry the car off, and then we'll apply some last days protection. The last time that the car was up at mine, I applied some mirror image car care ceramic quick detailer, and that has given an insane amount of gloss. You can see how glossy it was. It's still glossy after the last time it was done. There's still a little bit of protection still left on the side of the car that you can see slightly sheeting off there, so it just needs a little refresher. It's a bit of a shame that this particular product, the ceramic quick detailer, isn't available to buy anymore, but you know, I've had it for a couple of years and regularly just use it for topping up the protection on my mum's car, but it still looks as though it works really well, and that'll give it another couple of months worth of beading and sheeting. Car looks absolutely beautiful now. doesn't she just look absolutely beautiful when finished? Remember, this is only a ceramic quick detailer, giving off the ultimate shine gloss here. The tyres have been dressed with Maguire's Endurance tyre gel. Not everyone's taste again, but on this particular car with these particular tyres, it just matches and just looks stunning. Remember, no pressure washer, no snow foams, just a simple garden hose, some chemicals, a great shampoo, and look at the results. And if that doesn't encourage you to get out there and do the same to your own car, I don't know what will. And with that brings us to the end of the video. And if you want to check out any of the products that's been used in the video, I'll put links to them in the description below for you to check out. Thanks to my brother Scott for helping make the video, and thanks to Stu Preston for the music. And thanks to you guys yet again for watching the video, it really does mean a lot to me. Now please do hit that like button if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care guys, cheery bye.